Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast, LizVik. It is Elizabeth speaking today, and I'm all happy that you're here. We will be talking about how my production skills have developed a lot through this project. And to start off, I didn't really know how to edit anything besides maybe a CapCut video. My teacher, Mr. Zacharias, would teach us in class how to use Adobe Premiere Pro and the different features that it had. We were assigned many assignments in class, and we had a lot of examples and learning things such as assignments. For example, we had to make a promotion video for Washington on Premiere Pro, and it actually really helped me figure out all the visual and audio effects that I could contribute into each clip for editing. Another way that I know my skills have really improved since the beginning of the school year is that I'm a lot more comfortable using the software than I was, and I'm trying to start to find the nitty-gritty of all the little nooks and crannies and all the details that they have in Adobe Premiere Pro. The process I had to go through for researching and planning out my whole entire final wasn't too hard. I got to research different techniques that were used to give different vibes for my rom-com, and I would schedule out everything just to make sure that I have everything due on time and that Vicky and I could communicate and see what we could do for each of our schedules. Yet again, each assignment and blog post that I had to do was all turned in on time, which just made me so happy because I really did not want to fall behind in this class because I knew these 8 weeks were going to be long. So I really tried to stay organized throughout the whole process so I wouldn't run out of time. The process of team collaborating and our idea generations were so fun. It was one of the things that I enjoyed the most. I loved talking to Victoria about the whole entire process, and I'm really happy that we got to create a beautiful piece together. We were just talking and laughing and figuring out everything together. I really just wanted to portray a story of two people falling in love, but they're gonna be their little awkward get ready with them, and I felt like I could really relate to it nowadays because I'm only 16. I feel like a lot of people my age are going out on dates with people and they don't know what they're doing, and I feel like it's a really coming of age type of movie opening that I wanted. And we planned out all of our schedules. I began using all of the basic tools of editing like CapCut at the beginning of the school year because I had no idea how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, but I did learn and I adapted, and now one of my favorite tools on Adobe Premiere Pro is the razor tool to cut down each separate clips so that I can have a time lapse for when I was having one of my actors come out of his house down the driveway. We did face a lot of technical problems because it was the first time that I've ever edited and created something so important. One thing that I had a hard time with is that I tried to edit at home and I downloaded a Adobe Premiere Pro 2025 version, so I couldn't connect with it onto the school computers, and so I had to re-edit my whole entire thing, because I really had no other option. I really learned the different rules of composition by using our Cambridge Go textbook, and we learned about how we should always keep the person in the center of the frame and how important all the camera work is and how you have to put thought behind everything and it's not just some sloppy camera work stuff. I already do have a digital camera at home, but it's not the same as a Canon T6 or all the different types of cameras that we had access to during our finals. So I did have to watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to use the camera. And we also learned a lot of camera movements and shots and angles all at the beginning of the school year through the Cambridge Go textbook. So we had multiple assignments that really helped us focus and give meaning to the pictures and the videos that we were taking instead of honestly just taking photos and not really giving any thought behind it. We also really learned how to use different lighting and shadows in our production, such as key lighting, high key lighting, low key lighting, and the natural lightings were all learned. I really learned from a classmate how to use different fonts in Premiere Pro as well, and to manage the hectic process of post-production by staying calm and really working hard. And being by myself and telling all my actors, like, I had to give them something to motivate them. Like, they didn't want to act for me at the beginning, and so I had to be like, oh, well, I'll go and get us lunch, or I'll get you like the smoothie you want to try, because I need an actor to act in my final, so I couldn't really do it without them. Experience with the location scouting was also quite easy. I knew that I wanted something that would be very romantic and that people would go to like on a first date. So I picked the beach because I live right next to the beach, and it's also a place where a lot of people go on for the first date. And a really funny prop that we decided to include in the film was a bowl of apples at the end of the movie opening. We decided that would be a little funny because I don't really think I've ever seen someone at the beach with a bowl of apples. So, and it's a rom-com, so we also had to include something that was like somewhat like comedy. I also chose my cast as my sister and her boyfriend because I feel like they had the right chemistry for a rom-com, and I really don't think that anyone else could really bring the actors and the characters that I've created alive like they did. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast today. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.